All right, welcome to Pillow Talk. Let's go ahead and get this party. Let's go ahead and get this party started right here. Here we go. Hey, baby. So glad you made it home. I got you a little something to sip on. Then I want you to curl right up under me. That way we can talk about your day. We can talk about love, life, and anything else you want to talk about. And when it's all said and done, I'm gonna put you to sleep the right way. You already know what time it is, baby. It's time for Pillow Talk. Brought to you by bensounds.com. All right. Welcome to Pillow Talk. Welcome to Pillow Talk. We are now signing up, getting everybody in here, giving people a few seconds to roll on in here and make sure that this thing is up and rolling on all the other pages and stuff. If you are tuning in and you're familiar with the show, thank you. I'd like to say thank you guys for coming back to our craziness. If you're on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitter, like I said, if you're new to the channel, this show right here is about pillow talk and what people talk about when they laying in bed or in intimate settings. And so we don't hold back. We talk about what goes on in and out of the bedroom, and what it does, it sheds light on the things that you've been through and the things that other people been through, And sometimes some of the conversations we have are a little risque, a little over the top, but which is cool because now it lets you know we all human, we all put our pants on one leg at a time and nobody's better than the other. But also what it really does is it helps people make it through some of the things they've been going through, right? Because I tell you what, I wish this show was there when I was a little bit younger, going through my marriage and stuff and through divorces and through relationships and stuff, because some of those things you think in your head, man, am I a little crazy? um is it just me? Is it the world? What is it? What's going on out here? You have so many things in your head that could be going on that you need to talk to somebody sometimes, and sometimes this is a great outlet. Sometimes it's time to come in here and joke and have fun and do all that craziness and just be a part of it, man. It's just a cool community, man. Pillow talk is something that we all can pitch in and say what we got to say. And we'll say little things, we'll get heated. Also we'll say things that are funny, we'll crack jokes and do all this other crazy stuff. And anyway, so we're gonna go ahead and get on with the show. So like I said, guys, if you're new, welcome. Please, I hope you guys got thick skin, and if it's not a show for you, exit, get the hell out of here, go someplace else. And this might not be for you, right? But if it is for you, thank you guys for coming back. So we're gonna get the show started. So if you guys saw, the title to the show is what's the craziest thing that has ever happened to you while having sex? Whether you was having sex in a car, if you was having sex in your parents' bed, or in a closet, or any of this other crazy mess. What's the craziest story of something that has happened to you while having sex? So that's what we want to talk about tonight. Let's see if I'm the only crazy one, man. Am I the only crazy one that has done it outside and place I shouldn't have been doing, or in a back seat of a car, or something crazy like that? I know you guys got a lot of crazy stories. I've heard a lot of crazy stories, and so we'll start sharing some of those today, and get right down to it. So, all right, guys. So we are here, and like I said, we are actually waiting for a few more people to come on in. If you guys notice that when I share this thing and I put it out here, I'm actually doing Pillow Talk from my business page. And one of the problems is that for some reason the algorithms take forever to let people know that we are on, that we're up and going, right? And so I'll see people come in and out of the room. And like I said, we're on 3 different platforms at once. And like I said, it takes a second for the conversation to get rolling. So if you're not live with us and you're just tuning in and you want to watch the show, you can always fast forward a little bit past this part, because like I said, it takes a second for the word to get out. And so now we're here, and now we're going to talk about this stuff, and it's going to be crazy like it always is. um And like I said, I want to know what's the craziest thing that has ever happened to you guys, something that has happened. I heard something about said that someone was talking told me about this particular subject, and someone was telling me that they saw where a girl was on top of her dresser and the guy was laying in bed, and she thought that maybe she could jump off the dresser and land on top of him and it go in. So she jumped off of there, and all hell broke loose at that point. So he got injured, she got injured. There's been people that got broken legs, broken arms, stuff like that. And I've had a lot of little silly stuff happen to me over the day. Like one time I was doing it on the couch, right? And I remember doing it on the couch, and I had like was it a sectional? Anyway, it had an ottoman on it, right? Had an ottoman on the very end. And the way the couch goes is there is a pillow. It's like a long pillow. Not an ottoman. It's got a long pillow out there. So don't act like you guys don't know. So it's a long pillow out there. So I'm doing it on the couch, and I got my hands braced up like this on top of the couch, and my hand slips down between the pillows and hit down at the bottom, and I felt something crazy. So, as a real man would do, I just kept going. I kept going. And so finally, I had to kind of switch up and change up a little bit, and I pulled my hand out, and blood is shooting everywhere. I had a cut down the palm of my hand that when I stuck my hand down the couch cushion to brace myself in this love making situation, I cut my hand and blood was going everywhere. But what I do, I had to stop, go to the bathroom, get some toilet paper, wrap around there, and the party had to keep going, man. I had to check on my hand later. That's what happened. That's one of my crazy stories, right? I got plenty, man. I got plenty, but we're not gonna hog everything up. We'll let some other people come in here and embarrass themselves. But that was one thing that happened to me. Like I said, man, I'm on the ottoman doing it. I thought my couch was safe. Hand slipped down under there, cut my hand, but like a true man, I kept going, I kept going. I stayed right in there, I could not let her down. I couldn't let her down. So even though I was hurt, I said, guess what? I have a job to do. You know what I mean? If you hurt, you have a job to do. So that's what I did. I did my job. So hopefully my pain and suffering caused her pleasure. That's what I hope. That's what I hope for. That's what I hope. I hope that happened. I like to think that I took one. As men, sometimes you got to do that. You got to do that. We're not like women. We don't sit there and complain and say, "Oh, I have a headache. I can't go tonight." You know what I mean? I'm all cut up, dented up, beat up, and everything. And guess what I did? I let the party keep rolling. That's what you got to do. That's what you got to do. Anyway, so like I said, guys, I like to hear from you guys. What is some of the craziest, funniest things that has ever happened to you? Love to know it. Love to know it. Now, I'll tell you about something else that I know about. Another crazy experience. Should I tell you guys all of that? You know what? Maybe I talk too much on this thing. You know what I mean? Maybe I talk too much. But we all in here. We all in here to share some stories. We all in here to tell it all. Hmm. It's a story I'd love to tell you guys, but I think, you know what? It might be a little too risque for Pillow Talk. It might be a bad, you know what? I don't think I'm gonna go there. I don't think I'm gonna go there on that particular one tonight. I think I might save that one. I don't know. It just depends. It depends on how other people are sharing their stories. But like I said, if you're just now coming in the room, uh, okay, Ann said, I had to let one out. And apparently, when I did, along came a little dookie. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. When it happened, were you shocked? Was he shocked? And did you stop or did you keep going? That's what I'd like to know. What happened there? What happened there? Did you keep going or did you back out of it? And guess what? You're not alone. I know that has happened to plenty of people. I've heard the stories. I heard guys talk about it. So you're not the only one. But that is funny as hell. That's funny as hell. But the problem is, do you get up? Do you wipe up? Or did you just, hey, what happens at that point? That's sad. That is sad. That's sad. She says, sorry. Oh, let me highlight that one because guess what? People on the other platforms probably won't see that. All right. So if you guys are new, if you guys ain't seeing it, it's highlight up on your screen. That's the one that we're going on right now. I had a lot. Okay. All right. And so the next one was she said, sorry, but not sorry. There goes a statement. He effed up the hell out of me. So uh, and she said, I didn't know until I was finished. Okay. All right. That's a bad situation. God. Dog. Hey, April, you're not really late, baby. You're not really late. You really right on time. What it is, April, is when we start the show, sometimes the show gets started a little bit slow. The algorithms are picking up kind of slow for me. You know what I mean? So by the time you guys are seeing it, we are well into the show a good few minutes. So I apologize for that. That I don't apologize for that. It's Facebook's problem. So anyway, April, tonight's subject is you saw the subject. You saw the subject. What's the craziest thing that has happened to you while you was having sex? So I said one of the craziest things that happened to me was one time I was doing it and I was on the ottoman on the couch and I was bracing myself up on there and my hand slipped between the pillows, right? And it went down. I felt a little stick. I felt a little poke, right? And and I just kept going. So finally, when it was time to change positions, I raised up and blood was going all down my hand and all around and stuff like that. So, like a true man, I just ran to the bathroom, got some tissue, wrapped my hand up like a cast. It looked like a cast or a boxing glove. It was all big, but I kept going. I stayed in there for mine. I made sure that I was uncomfortable and I was cut and I was bleeding, but I stayed in there to make sure she was pleased. There you go. So that's one of the little craziest things that has happened to me. So, all right, all right, all right. And then we had somebody said they were doing it and something came out, a little bit of doo-doo came out while they was doing it. They didn't know until it was over with. And listen, it's funny. She said, Ann said, I'm sure I'm not the only one. No, you definitely not the only one. You know what? People gonna come in gonna come in here and they're gonna lie or they're not gonna admit it, but that has happened a lot. You know what I mean? Dudes talk just like women. So there's a lot of things that women might not want to say, but I've heard the stories. I've heard a lot of them. Heard a lot of them. And I know that has happened frequently because dudes love to come back laughing, joking, and I bang the crap out of her. You know what I mean? Literally. And then they tell you the whole story. You're like, wow, man, that happened. So it has happened. It has happened. It has happened. It has happened. So, hey, but it's funny. It's definitely funny. So, April, you got to come here and kick on in. You know how it goes. You ain't been in here in a couple of weeks, so you might as well kick it on in, man. What is the funniest thing the craziest thing that ever happened to you? And I was talking about that. Somebody was telling me about doing a subject, and they was telling me that someone jumped off a dresser, right? And when they jumped off the dresser, they was trying to land. The girl jumped off the dresser and tried to land on her dude and try to see if she could make it go in when she jumped off the dresser. Well, all hell broke loose. Everybody got hurt, especially him. Especially him. And I didn't know this. Listen, I'm gonna tell you this. I was watching this thing about speaking of that. I was watching this thing on TV. It was on YouTube, right? And they were talking about how they was talking about some of the porn stars, right? And they was talking about some of the crazy things that happened to them and stuff, right? So this one dude and this girl was having sex, and as they was doing it, I guess she was riding him and stuff. And I didn't know this could happen. I did not know this could happen. As she was riding him, she was coming off of it, up and down on it real hard. And when she came down, he said his thing busted. Like she hit his shaft and it broke. And when it broke, it kind of split open. That's what he said. And that came from a porn star. I said, dude, I'm a guy, and I never knew that you could bust your pecker open. I didn't know that. I didn't know that your dick, your thing could bust. I didn't know that. Didn't know it could bust, man. That's a new one on me. That's something your boy didn't know. But some porn stars was talking about it. Never knew that. And they said they think she kind of did it on purpose because she was doing it real hard like that. And, never knew that was a thing. But hey, now I know. So men, be careful. If a girl bounce on you and come off of it and come down on her, she could break it. she could break it or make it where it bends and splits open or something like that. Never knew it. Never knew. It's the craziest thing you can learn on here. Huh. So now you guys learn something. Anyway, where did April go? April, let me try to skate in and out of this thing. Let me try to skate in and out of this thing, right? All right. Well, I got some more I'll share with you guys. I got some more I'll share with you guys. So I'm trying to think if I can tell you guys some stories without some of the parties involved letting it out the bag that they have, right? I'll tell you about this one story. Okay, let me tell you guys what happened. All right. This is crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy. Uh all right. April said, never have sex on the top bunk of a bunk bed. All I'm saying. You got to get a little more involved in that, April. You can't just say that because we've all tried to do it on top bunk. What'd you do? You just fell through? Did it fall through? Come on, tell us the truth. Did it fall through? Did it fall through? Wow. Wow. Okay. I'm gonna tell you guys what happened to me one time. This crazy situation, right? All right. It's a crazy situation. All right. Can I tell this one? I think I can. Okay. All right. This is it. So there's this girl that I liked her for a long time, right? And me and her had talked for a while. And so she said, okay, cool. I'm gonna invite you over. So all right, cool. I'm happy with it. I'm happy with it. So she invites me over, right? Oh God, this is crazy. So she invites me over and we watching porn together and we making out. Uh-oh, hold on. What did April say? April said, laugh my butt off. The whole dang bed fell. We just finished. That hey, hold on. Here we go. Let's get this on in here for you. All right, April. That's the thing, man. The thing is, ain't what happens to you is if you continue. That's what it is. You got to definitely continue. So glad you finished, right? So that's cool. So I'm gonna tell you about this situation I was in, right? This is crazy. So this girl invited me over to her house, right? I've been pursuing this girl for a little bit and we've been talking back and forth, right? But I don't know if she was single or not. But anyway, we finally decided to whatever. At this point, she was single. So we finally decided to hook up. So I go see her, right? And so she turned on some porn and we watching porn and we having sex, right? So this goes on for, oh God, probably hours, right? Hours. Let's just stick with that. It went on for hours, right? So I'm wore out, she wore out. We laying in the bed, right? So all of a sudden, what was crazy was I decided it's time me to get up, time me to go home, right? So I start putting on all my clothes, right? And as I'm putting on all my clothes, we hear a knock at the door. So I'm like, who the hell is this? Right? So I'm hearing a knock at the door, and she like, hold on, let me go see. So I'm in there putting on my clothes anyway. I'm like, okay, it's the end of this deal, right? I'm gonna head on home. I'm wore out at this point. It's time me going to the crib. It's late at night. It's like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, something like that. 1 o'clock, something like that. And as I'm getting ready to go, I'm hearing the guy went from knocking on the door because she's staying on a top floor, right? So we stories up in the air. So he somehow climbs out and climbs around to the balcony. Now we 40, 50 feet up off the ground. So he climbs to the balcony and we hearing the sliding glass door open. I'm like, what the hell is this? Right? So I'm putting, oh God, it gets bad. It gets worse. So I already got my clothes on. So I hear him come in. She telling him, no, you gotta go. He like, no, I'm coming over. I'm coming in. And so she's like, well, you gotta go. You gotta get the hell out of here. Right? You know what? I'm not even gonna tell the rest of that story. I'm not even gonna tell the rest of that story. Because I don't know about the parties involved that might hear that story. And anyway, all right, let's see what the rest of it says. All right, hold on. If you guys want to hear the rest of the story, let me know. Other than that, I'm gonna leave that story out. It's not really a funny one. It was crazy. That one got out of hand. All right. Okay. Tanya said, I found out that women would have tissue in their butt. And so I said I wanted to know if I ever had any. The day I wanted to know happened to be my birthday. So no boom boom room for me. The mood was gone. It was hilarious. So Tanya said that she heard that women sometimes when they get in doggy style, they have a little tissue back there in their butt. So she wanted, she said, she wanted to know if it has ever happened to her, right? So she got with a guy, said that they went out to eat, and then when she went back to the boom boom room, I guess she said she had tissue in her butt, and it killed the mood, and it was gone. That's sad. That's sad. That's sad. Now, was it all the way up your butt or was it on bottom? I mean, what part of the butt was it? You know what I mean? Because as a guy, we analyze. We analyze. Hey, listen. We analyze that because we want to see if it's on the bottom or if it's way in the back. Because if you're in doggy style and you got tissue between your cheeks, you know, according to where it sits at back there, is if the show is gonna go on or not. You know what I mean? Oh, April said we want to know. You definitely want to know. See, April, you know what? I don't know if I should keep telling that story or not. I don't know if I should or not. Maybe. Okay, I'll save it. You're the only one said they want to hear it, so I'm gonna save that story. I'm trying to see if we come up with some funny ones because that one kind of be a tragedy. Like I know somebody that was over a girl's house, right? And they was over a girl's house, and her ex-boyfriend came over there, or her boyfriend came over there, right? And when he came over there, he said that him and the guy and the boyfriend start fighting as they was coming out the house. And they was up some stairs, and as they came out outside, they rolled down the steps fighting, right? And there was a dog running around, and the dog bit one of the dudes in the butt. The dude that was over the girl's house bit the dude in the butt. Crazy, ain't it? Crazy. That was a crazy one. Having sex, somebody come in, and he rolled down the steps and got bit in the butt off of that. That ain't the one that happened to me. That didn't happen to me. That didn't happen to me. I know that. All right. Tanya said, I was going to give head, and he had tissue in his butt. I didn't have the heart to tell him. I changed my mind, so I would look. What kind of crap is that? What kind of crap is that? What kind of crap is that? You was gonna give him head, and you saw he had tissue in his butt, so you quit. That is sick. That's sick. That's sick. Well, you know what? If a guy got tissue in his butt, you already know it's for. At least if a girl got tissue, she wiping from front to back, hopefully. Hopefully she ain't wiping from back to front. You know what I mean? So it might be a little tissue back there. I don't know. Robin said, what'd she say? She said, damn it. She said, you started, now finish the story. All right. Okay. It ain't, you know what? It wasn't really funny. It was just something that happened. So, okay. So then the guy comes in, and I'm like, goodness gracious. I'm like, this is going to get bad. This is going to get real bad. So as he's coming through the sliding door, I'm hearing noise back there, right? So I said, look, I'm just going to step in the bathroom, and I'll just wait. Because I'm trying to tell him, you shouldn't be here. We ain't together. You need to go on. So at that point, this and that, right? So she was like, just keep confusion down and all this stuff, right? So I go in the bathroom. So when I go in the bathroom, I'm in the bathroom. So I'm like, this girl get out of hand. You know what I mean? So I said, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to step in there, because while I'm in the bathroom, I'm hearing like this big caliber gun. I'm hearing a closet. I'm hearing clack, 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 clack. So I'm like, oh my God, the gun I got on me is a small one. I got a little small one on me, right? For my own personal protection. But this sounds like an assault rifle, right? So I step in the bathroom, in the tub, and what I do is I stepped in there. I stepped behind the shower, right? I just stepped in there. So as I stepped in there, next thing I know, the door comes open to the bathroom. So I'm sitting in there, back behind the shower curtain, just standing there. Next thing I know, I heard somebody in there peeing. See, coming there to pee. So I'm in there with mine in my hand, and in there peeing. So I'm in the bathroom, right? So she running around talking about, no, you got to go. I'm calling the cop. You shouldn't be at my house, blah, 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 blah. So she's trying to fuse the situation. She knows it's going to get out of hand, right? So next thing I know, I heard him leave out. And then all of a sudden, next thing I know, I see the curtain come open. It was her. He done ex-department. And bam, it got crazy. That's one crazy ass story. So that's it in a nutshell. So it could have got a lot worse, but it didn't. Could have got a lot worse. Oh, and then I also heard the vest too. He had on a vest, so I could hear that too. You could hear the Velcro and that kind of shit. So I knew that was gonna get out of hand, and that could have been a real major problem. Yep, yep. See, that happened. How is it every time we get on here, everybody want me to finish stories, but ain't nobody telling their stories. Robin, I know you got a story to tell, so you might as well tell it. And April, I know you got more than just falling off a bunk. But you know what, April? I give you credit. You told the truth. You was at the top bunk and it fell down and y'all kept going. So I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. So that makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, but the situation to me, man, I got some stories to tell, boy. I could write a book. I could write a book, man. Could write a book about the things that's done happen, right? I could write a serious book. Robin said, nah, I don't have any. I'm good. Oh, okay. Okay. I got it. Robin says she's good. She says she don't have any stories to tell. Yeah, whatever. What it is you scared to tell it because somebody gonna come down your timeline and say, oh, is she talking about me? That's what it is. That's what it is. And if anybody got a story they want to tell and they don't want to put it on the comment, you want to call in and remain anonymous, you definitely can. What I can do is I will turn on the phone lines. We got the phone lines up. We definitely got the phone lines up. Hold on. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get these. Let's see this. Google Voice is on. You see the number on the screen. You guys want to see the number, you guys can call right in. 95. Hold on, I'm putting 9. Hold on, I'm gonna put it right here on the screen for you guys. 954 408 3312. That is it. You guys can call in. We're gonna have the phone lines open. And you guys can call in and you guys can remain anonymous. Your number won't come up. It's like a Google voice call, right? I got the call up and going. All you gotta do is say, hey, we are getting ready to put it down. Let's go. I'm trying to call in. There you go. So if you're on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter, you got a crazy story to tell about you or somebody you know that has had something crazy, you can call in and remain anonymous and just share your story with the rest of us. There you go. Because we want to laugh. We want to laugh. And I don't want to tell all my stuff because people like Miss Robin is in here acting like she ain't got no stories to tell. Acting like she ain't got no stories at all to tell when you know she does. Robin definitely has those stories to tell. That's what it's about. That's what it's about. That is what it's about. You know? Yeah. Yeah. Now I've heard people that had broke their leg from doing different positions and stuff or pull stuff out of there. One of the crazy stories I heard is that a guy and a girl, listen to this. She said, I don't. A guy and a girl was having sex, right? And I never thought that this would happen. Somebody said they worked at a hospital, right? And a guy and a girl came in and they were having sex, but his thing was stuck inside of her and he couldn't get it out. It somehow swole up in there. Somehow something happened and it swole up in there and he couldn't get himself out of her. He couldn't get it out. And that comes somebody who works at a hospital. Now that's a hell of a story. Imagine having sex with a girl and you get ready to get up and you can't get up. And the only way you got to get it out is y'all had to go to the hospital and the ambulance had to come get you. And there you go. That's how it came out. Okay. She said, I had a girlfriend who didn't know his boy was in the closet. Hold on. Hold on. Let me get you right. Let me get you right. Hold on. Somebody just came in. All right. Cool. All right. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on, Tanya. She said, I had a girlfriend who didn't know his boy was in the closet until after they finished and he came out clapping saying, bravo. She said, thanks because she had also been with his friend. Oh, wow. Wow. So let me get this straight. So the girl was having sex with the dude, didn't know his friend was in the closet watching. So when they got through having sex, his friend came out clapping, talking about bravo, bravo. And she said, okay, cool. She said, because I didn't have slept with both of them too. That'll do it. That will definitely do it. There you go. There you go. That happened. Now that's a crazy story right there. That's a crazy one. All right. Ann said, I've had my kids walk in the room while I was on top. I just pretended like I was doing play fighting. Thank God they were smaller. So I think it went over their head. You know what's funny? I think everybody has had that happen. Kids come in the room or something like that. You got to act like you wrestling the play fighting. Yeah. 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 Yep. Yep. I think it's happened to a lot of us. April said, laugh my butt off. Well, they say men are dogs. Oh, here we go with that. Hey, but she handled it like a G. If he came out the closet talking about some bravo, and she said, "Cool, I'm glad." Because guess what? I done been with his friend too. The joke is on him. Guarantee you he won't do that again. Guarantee you he won't do that one again. There you go. That'll fix him. That will fix him. I think everybody got a crazy story when you done had kids, right? Everybody had that crazy story where you got them kids coming in the room or coming in and out. Yeah, is that not crazy? Wow. 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 Think about all the people that you caught in school having sex or on the job. I caught people on the job having sex. I done been in some jobs and stuff. Yep. I'll tell you what. When I was a realtor, right? Hold on. I was a realtor, right? And I was going around. April said, was talking about him getting stuck in her. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Saying men are dogs. Yeah. Yeah. You're right. That's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah, I never knew it was possible. I said, there's no way in the world it's possible. If a baby can come out, a thing can come out, right? But no, they literally had to go to the hospital, and the hospital had to do something to help him get his penis out of her. They said it happens very rarely, but it happens. Never heard of that before in my life. Never heard that before in my life. Yep. Hold on. What did Robin say? Robin said, I knew that's what you were talking about. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. So you knew she was talking about men. Okay, there y'all go dogging men again. Yeah. But I'll tell you what, when I was a realtor and I was going around showing houses and stuff, this happened a few times. I done went to a house, like an open house thing, and I saw a realtor and a dude in there, like one of the people, the owner of the house that was putting the house up, they had just got through doing it. Because when I came in, they was putting the clothes up and had the blanket out there on the ground, and they had to hurry up and put everything up like that. Also, when I was showing the house, Robin said he must have been hung. Could have been. Could have been hung. Could have been hung. April said, right. Tanya said, exactly. But what's crazy is I went and showed the house, right? And I was walking around the house, looking at the house and getting ready to put the house on the market. It was something I was looking through the house for. And I was going upstairs and they knew I was coming over and the owner said, yeah, just going up there. Walked upstairs and the people who had the house that was getting ready to put the house on the market or whatever else. So I think it was in America. Anyway, I walked in the room and one of the girls, I guess I don't know if it was the granddaughter, the niece, or whatever she was in there riding a dude. Riding a dude. I opened up the door, she was in there riding him. So I pulled the door, right? Because I was kind of caught off guard. The chick did not stop. She did not stop. She kept on going. She looked back, saw it was me. I'm thinking, man, your grandmama, your aunt, whoever it is down there is gonna come upstairs and kill you, man. But she kept on riding this dude. And I closed the door, right? But it didn't close all the way, it kind of cracked. And I looked back in there and she kept going. I was like, man, this is not right. So I looked just to make sure it's what I saw it was. So I watched it for like another minute or two to 4 minutes, maybe 5. And I finally walked on back downstairs, right? Cause I'm like, this is not right, you know? I was embarrassed, you know? But she kept on going, and acted like it never happened. Then when I saw her out after that, she never said a word, never looked crazy, never felt as if she was embarrassed or anything. Yep. That was some of the perks of being a realtor, man. I was embarrassed for her. Walked in that room, she just riding this dude. Yep. Shut the door. It kind of cracked. Like I said, I just, just trying to see if it was what I thought it was. That's what it was. That's what it was. Yep. Ann said it might have turned her on knowing you was watching. Yeah, could have. It was crazy watching on my end. You know what I mean? I felt so bad for her. I mean, I felt the situation was so bad. I was kind of stunned. I was stunned. I was like a deer in headlights, right? And I'm looking through this door that's kind of cracked open because I knew it would be rude if I went and grabbed the handle and pulled it closed again. I knew that would be rude. I knew it. So I didn't want to disturb them. But I wanted to make sure I saw what I saw. Not saying I watched it long. 5 minutes ain't long. But then I left. I left at that point. There you go. There you go. And that's a crazy situation right there. And what's crazy is I know, hey, I see the girl from time to time, man. And it plays in the back of my head, man. It plays in the back of my head. And said, "Stop lying. You know you wanted to watch." Hey, listen. Like I said, I did not watch it. I closed the door. It didn't close all the way, and I stood there for like 3, 4, 5 minutes. Just making sure it's what it was. That's all. That's all. That's all. I'm not saying I got a kick out of it, anything like that. But I couldn't close the door, and I felt like maybe they would come open the door up and say, "Hey, we sorry. You want to come on in. You want to take a look?" Because I needed to see the room, right? So I stood there and I watched. Yeah, yeah, but I had on a suit and tie. And I couldn't join in at that point. You know what I mean? I started to ask, boy. Nah, and she was thick too. She was thick. Hey, she knew what she was doing. Not saying I stood there long enough to see if she knew what she was doing too much. Hold on. Y'all got to hold this real quick. Computer going to run dead. Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. All right, there we go. There we go. Computer was running dead. Had to get over there real quick. And make sure we didn't just fall off the air. She said, You don't believe that? You don't believe that? I'm not that type of person. I would not just sit there and watch two people do it like that. I'm not that type of person. I'm not. I wasn't gonna watch it longer than 5 minutes. I said 5 minutes was my limit, and I left. April, you know what's crazy? Don't throw me under the bus because you would have stood there and watched too. Don't y'all judge me. Hey, it was free porn. Free porn, man. Free. Matter of fact, I was getting paid to watch porn because I had to, working with the house. Kind of nice though, Sometimes it's cool, Sometimes men, we gotta have perks. April says she would have stood there and watched. Robin says, "Shake my dang head." Hey, what was I supposed to do, Robin? Hey, April says she would have watched, and Robin, I'm sure you would have too. If you was there getting ready to show a house or get ready to do that, and you walked in and the door flung open, you saw this happening, would you have ran out embarrassed? Would you ran outside? What would you have done? You would have saw it too. Crazy situation, man. That's bad. Yeah, actually, I think we did. I think so. I don't know. It's kind of blurry. I remember that. That kind of hurt my eyes. Watching them have sex like that. I didn't want to. Kind of hurt my eyes like that. Robin said, "Oh no, I would have watched." No, I wouldn't have watched, is what she said. But what she really meant to say is she would have watched. Robin would have watched. Everybody would have watched. You're not gonna walk in the house like that and walk out and see that. Ann said, "I would have stood there and watched." She said, "I would have stood there and watched." Hey, you know what? Everybody heard saying that y'all were a bunch of freaks in this room, man. My goodness. You're telling me y'all were going there and see that happen and you would stand there and watch? Y'all sad, man. You know what? That's sad. Hooligans, a bunch of hooligans in this room, man. It's a bunch of hooligans in here, man. It really is. It really is. It's sad. That's sad to say. It's crazy. But yeah, that's one of the other stories. It's been a realtor. But that happened to me a whole lot as a realtor, going around and seeing, you walking in and seeing some of that kind of stuff. But, little stuff that you shouldn't. April said, "If they bold enough to keep going, I'm gonna watch." Hey, nothing wrong with that, April. You know what's funny? A lot of people say they wouldn't watch, and they asses would watch. I'm telling you, they will watch. They will watch. They will watch. I've seen people make out in church. Is that bad to say? I've seen people do it in a church. When I was younger, I was like real young at church, and I've seen that. I've seen that. Now I ain't gonna say I sat there and watched that. I was young, but I seen it happen. Seen them make it out in church. Seen it happen at where else? All kind of places, man. That's some crazy stuff that has happened. You know, that's some crazy stuff has happened. So the question is, oh yeah. Another example that was brought up is saying that. Let me ask you, ladies, this. Let me ask you this, ladies. Let's say y'all having sex, right? And people do the choking thing. Have you guys ever heard the choking thing? I've seen people. Well, I've seen and heard of people. Not seen. I'm gonna say I've seen it, but I know of people that say that they have choked people and they have passed out while they was having sex, right? So the question is, if a guy and a girl is having sex and she likes it and he's choking her, right, and she passes out, once she passes out, should he stop? Or should he try to resuscitate her? Or should he keep going? Should he stop, keep going? What should you do in that situation? That's happened to people. I'm not saying that that's happened to me, choking somebody until they passed out. I know when to stop choking. You know what I mean? I'm good at that. I might choke a little bit in the beginning. You know what I mean? You choke them, but you got to back out. You got to back off. You can't let them pass out. You can't let them pass out when they choke, when you're choking them. Can't do it. Can't do it. But I've seen it, I've heard it happen where people have passed out. Hadn't had nobody pass out on me. Haven't had that happen to me. But but it has happened to some people. So the question is, do you keep going, right? Do you keep going or do you stop, right? Some women like to be choked. I'm telling you, some women love it. Some women love it. You guys got to understand. You got to know when to choke them. How does the song go? You got to know when to choke them. Know when to let them go. Ain't that how the song go? Whatever Kenny Rogers said, you got to know when to choke them. Y'all know the song. Y'all know how it goes. Whatever Kenny Rogers said in that song. There we go. There we go. Uh-oh. Ann said, no hands on my damn neck that long. Hey, listen, if you're doing it and it feels good, you're not gonna stop him if he's choking you, right? He ain't choking you to hurt you. He's choking you because it feels good. And sometimes that choking stuff could last a little too long, Especially if you already going at it and you breathing hard, you could pass out. It could happen. It has happened to a lot of people. I just know, listen. When the eyes start rolling back, you gotta hurry up and come off. You got if you choking them like this, it's the way you gotta choke them. You gotta choke them like, all right, let me show you. Let me show you on the mic. That's how you choke them. Let me see. Okay, this is the throat. Not she said not everybody knows the trick to the trade. Well, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you the trick to the trade. See this microphone right here? Let's say this is the neck, right? Because women got little necks, right? So when you grab it, you can't like push your fingers in it, right? You can't put your fingers in it. When you choke them, you gotta choke them like you gotta like how can I say this? You gotta choke them comfortably, right? You can't just go in with your fingers and choke real hard. You gotta like take the palm of your hand and put it right there on the neck, right? Like right in here, like that, like this microphone. And then when you choke, you squeeze just a little bit, right? You squeeze just a little bit. And you squeeze till you see them like that, where ain't too much air is going through, but you gotta choke them at the right time. You can't. Oh, anyway. All right. I think I carried that a little too far. You got to know when to choke them and when to back off. You know when to back off. That's the art to it. That's the art to choking people. You can't do the tie. I've seen people do the tie thing. If you do the tie thing, you don't know how much pressure you got on there, right? And then you might pull too hard, or the tie might not let up at the last second when you need to. That's why you got to lose your hand. You got to use your hand. You got to get right in there. You say I ain't making no damn sense. No, I am making sense. Because see, what you do is if you put your fingers down in there on her throat like that, that's gonna be too hard. You got to caress it and squeeze it. You got to caress it and squeeze it. It's just like handcuffs. You seen the fuzzy handcuffs, right? The fuzzy handcuffs are there. It says it's padding on the handcuffs. It's not what you do, it's how you do it, right? So when you choke them, you don't just rush in there and choke them. You're not trying to make them pass out like they stole something, right? Not on the throat. The throat, you got to show a little bit more you care on the throat, right? Now, you can pull her hair like she stole something, but you can't choke her neck like she stole something. You know what I mean? You got to do that with love. You got to choke her out of love. That's it. You got to choke it out of love. That's it. Not choke them till they pass out, but it's gotta be out of love. That's it. It's cool. It's cool. See, you gotta be choked right one time, Ann. You gotta be choked right one time and you'll understand it. That's it. You gotta be choked the right way. Ain't that right, April? Would you tell her? You gotta be choked the right way. April done been choked. April done been choked plenty of times. I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it. I am sure of it. Tell the truth, April. Tell the truth. Tell the truth, April. Have you ever been choked? I want to know. I want to hear you admit it. I want to hear you admit it, April. April done been choked. Tanya said, I was confused when he asked me who D is it. I said his first, then mine. I had no idea I wanted to laugh so hard. Wow. You know what? You know what? See, Tanya, that's where the problem come in at. If a guy is doing something asking you whose it is, right? Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, I read that wrong. Hold on. I apologize. I apologize. I apologize, Tanya. I apologize. I did not catch that. It flew over my head. I'm still talking about choking and about that girl being in the room riding that dude. You know, my mind someplace else. But back up, back up. Tanya said I was confused when he asked me who D is it, right? And I said his first, then mine. I had no idea, and I wanted to laugh so bad. That's gotta be the strangest. I've never heard a dude putting it down on a girl and say, "Whose dick is this?" I've never heard that. I've never heard that. Ah, I've never heard that. That's a new one on me. That's funny as hell. April said, not until I passed out. Well, have you ever had a guy choke you and did you like it? That's the whole thing. Yeah. And Ann said, I've been choked, not really my thing. I don't like nothing I can't control. That's the point of it. You're not supposed to control it. You're not supposed to control it. You're not. Listen. This is the thing. If you're the guy doing it and he reaches down to choke you, right? He's taking it, right? And he's just taking you all the way there where you feel like you are going through pleasure and pain all in it. And he's just choking you and he's looking at you in the eye and he's pulling your hair, right? And he's just like taking you down through there. And right when you feel like I'm getting ready to pass out, he lets off at the minute of orgasm. That's the coolest thing in the world. I'm telling you, it's the coolest thing in the world. Yep, it is. It is. It is. Tanya said, he asked, whose D is it? Yes, imagine my confusion. Listen. I've never, ever heard that ever in my life. I've never heard a guy ask a girl, whose D is it? I've never heard that. I've never heard of that. I ain't gonna say he's a little sus. But I've never heard that one. That's a new one on me. That is a new one on me. Oh, April said, I am more into the hair pulling and spanking thing. Hey, it goes hand in hand, April. If you're being a bad girl, you get spanked and you get choked. It's all the same, April. You get your hair pulled, you get choked, all that stuff. You know, you gotta get the whole full package. That comes with the platinum package. Listen. April, this is the way it goes. When you're going through a sexual encounter like that, right? You get the platinum package. The platinum package is hair pull, spanking, choking. Yeah. That's part of the platinum package. There's packages a little bit more than that. But that's part of the package. That's part of the platinum package right there. That's like minimum one-on-one. That's what you got to have. Yep. Tanya said, me either. Not till the end. Hey, my thing is this. How do you keep having sex with a dude once he say, whose D is this? Right? I heard him say, whose P is this? All guys have said that, right? And you go, yours. But why would a guy say, whose D is this? Dude, I don't know what's going on. Was he drunk? I like to know that. Was he drunk? Was that dude drunk, Tanya? Was the dude you making out with, was he drunk? That's what I like to know. Was that dude drunk? That's crazy. I don't even drunk. I've never even said that. I've never said that drunk. Because I'm not worried about what on me belongs to her. Hers belongs to me. That's it. That's it. I'm kind of a male chauvinist when it comes to that. Yeah. I'm all about it's mine. It's mine. It's mine. So you pull their hair, it's mine. All this is mine. It belongs to me. Yeah. It doesn't belong to you at that point. Once you says yes, you don't belong to you no more. You belong to me. That's it. You're not yours no more. For this whole time, it belongs to me. Not to you, but to me. Robin said, how was this guy? Hey, you know what? That guy could have been a little tipsy, Robin. That guy had to be tipsy. That's the part she ain't telling. Or listen, maybe it was so good. Maybe it was so good that he got confused. He wanted to say, he probably was like, man, she taking it. I'm giving it to her. And who is it? You know what I mean? Maybe Tanya was putting it on him. Hey, didn't she say that she gets special privileges that most people don't? She cheated on the dude and he apologized to her because she cheated. Hey, Tanya's a bad one, boy. That one's a bad one. Y'all better run from her. Y'all better run from her. She said, Tanya said, at the time I was confused, but not enough to stop. No, he wasn't. He doesn't drink. I think he was caught up. When I answered mine, he said, yes, baby, all of it is yours. hey, April said, hey, Tanya. April said, Tanya laid it down. You know what? Tanya has put the gauntlet out. You know what? If y'all think y'all got that whop, Tanya definitely's got the whop. Think about that. The girl her batting average is really good. It's really good. Yeah. Yeah. She got dudes talking about whose D is this. Yeah. And he was on top. He got caught up, right? So I let you know who's got the good. There you go. And after the show, I'm sure Tanya's message box is gonna be full. I'm sure all kind of people gonna be in there. April's is too, because April was on the top bunk, and the top bunk hit the bottom bunk, and April said she kept on going. Guys love rough sex, so they are gonna be in April's what's the name too? Yep. Okay. Hold on. Tanya said he was in his 40s. So was I. Okay. Said they was in their 40s. Okay. So she got a long history of this stuff. So she been putting it down for a long time. So April's message box is getting ready to be off the chain. Any girl that can start out on the top bunk and we fall off the top bunk and hit the floor and she like, daddy, keep on going. Guess what? Hey, that's got it going on. She said maybe she should have pulled out a strap on for him. Oh, for the guy that said that, say, oh, well, here you go. You say, is this mine? Say, yeah, here you go. This is it. Tanya said, sorry, it's just regular. Well, it's got to be something. You got people talking about whose D is it? Yeah. Ann said you should have pulled out a strap on and said, yeah, it's mine. Here you go. Here's mine too. There you go. Hey, April, you got to be putting it down too. April, are you going to say the same thing that yours just regular too, April? Choir minds want to know now. If you falling off the top bunk, April, and you coming on with it, I need to know. April. I need to know. We won't know, is it regular or you bringing the noise? Because for some reason, you guys have been putting it down. That's what it seems like to me. But that's a crazy story. I've never heard that. I've never been that caught up. Oh. Now I've heard of women crying. Doing sex. But now I've heard that some men have cried when they was having sex. Guys ever had that? Y'all ever had a dude crying when they have sex? Never happened to me. I'd love to get something so good that I'm like, ooh, I get teary. You know what I mean? Not everybody get emotional, right? But I would love to. What do they say on Harlem Nights? It's so good you can throw it up in the air and make sunshine. Wow. I want to see what that be like. I want to see just that good where it brings me to tears. Have y'all ever had that happen? I've heard that. Somebody told me, they said her dude cries with her. They'll be doing it and he'll cry a few times. It happened. Wow. She said, opening your eyes and his dog looking you in the face. Looking or licking? The dog looking you in the face. That's funny. That can happen. Yeah, why would you be doing it and the dog is in the room watching and looking you in the face? You got to kick the dog out the room. I don't know. I guess sometimes you going at it, you got to get going. The dog sitting there watching, you ain't gonna stop. Yeah, I don't think the dog would stop me either, have I? Nah, the dog ain't never stopped me. Nah, dog ain't stopped me, man. Nah. Especially if you had a dog in the kennel and then the kennel can't get out of the kennel and they looking. Nah, I ain't stopping, man. I ain't stopping. I ain't stopping. But like I said, I've never heard that. So that's a new one on me. Guys crying while you having sex. That's got to be something weird, right? There's got to be something different, don't it? Not unless y'all dudes get that emotional. Some of these dudes out there are emotional like that. I don't know. I ain't never happened like that. Like to find that out. I'd like to find that out. But anyway, guys, thank you guys for coming, being a part of the show, for all the crazy little things that have happened. Guys crying, having sex, people jumping off the dresser onto it. A lot of crazy stuff. A lot of crazy stuff. Tanya said the dog was on the side of the bed. I think he thought he had closed the door. No, we didn't stop. He just hollered at Belle, told her to get out. Oh, okay. He hollered at Belle and told her to get out. Okay. All right. Well, you better hope Belle don't see the show and know you told on her, the dog. But anyway, man, thank you guys for joining in. Hopefully that some of these stories make you laugh. And you can leave your stories down in the comment section, but we're here at our time. We ready to cut out. And so, like I said, if you're on YouTube, please like, subscribe, and share. If you're on Facebook, share it. Maybe it might be too risque to put out there for everybody to see on your Facebook page. I get it. But you can always leave us a comment. But make sure you guys tune in every week at 8:01 p.m. because your boy can't be on time. Can't never be on time. So make sure you guys get on Pillow Talk. Oh, good night, Pillow Talk family. But anyway, like I said, if you're on Facebook, Twitter, and all that stuff, make sure you guys like, subscribe, and share. And make sure you guys tune in every Thursday at 8:01 p.m. Eastern time, because that's when the show starts, right? Because if I say 8 o'clock, I won't be on time. No, color folk can't be on time. Color people can't be on time, man. You know how I go. Anyway, guys, thank you guys for joining in. And see you next week. Peace.